curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smolder ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. In my hands I hold their fate. Their souls shall feel the weight. And every god now has a date. With immortal pain, intense and raw, I will break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat. Vengeance will make me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. Once a hero bound by light, now a shadow in the night. Trickster's curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smolder ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. In my hands I hold their fate. Their souls shall feel the weight. And every god now has a date. With immortal pain, intense and raw, I will break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat. Vengeance will make me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. Once a hero bound by light, now a shadow in the night. Trickster's curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. hands I hold their fate. Their souls shall feel the weight. As every god now has a date, with immortal pain, intense and raw. I will break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat. Vengeance will make me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. Once a hero bound by light, now a shadow in the night. Trickster's curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smolder ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. In my hands I hold their fate. Their souls shall feel the weight. As every god now has a date, with immortal pain, intense and raw. I will break through the trickster's law. Echoes of my family's cries fuel the fire within my eyes. Cursed but not yet beat. Vengeance will make me complete. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. Once a hero bound by light, now a shadow in the night. Trickster's curse took my kin. In this rage I now begin. Live for ages, watch them fade. Smolder ruins that God's made. In the darkness I grow strong. I'll make right what once was wrong. Resurgence of the fallen, hear my vengeance calling. With a fire that won't die, I will see justice rise. Justice rise. In my hands I hold their fate. Their souls shall feel the weight.
Making sure that my mic is being picked up first. Welcome in, everybody. We're playing more Digimon. Star, hope you're doing good. Clearing all my notifications real quick. Okay. I don't know why I'm looking at this. Yeah, leave Digifarm. How close were you with Lady Debbie? It sucks how long this is taking. But here, let's see how much we'll be able to level up fucking Lady Devimon in the training. Hi, Kyoko. Okay, gotta talk to Magnamon and Shibuya, so we gotta go back to Shibuya, but before we do that, I'm gonna go upstairs. Also, Star, congrats on first if I didn't say that already. Sell medals to you. God. 89 out of 700. Yeah, this is not happening. Right, forgot. It's fucking down for maintenance. Let's go to Shibuya, talk to the Digimon. Because, yeah, when we left off, we were talking to the Royal Knights. It looks like most areas are blocked off right now because the fucking military is here. Okay, can't go anywhere this way. Are they in the shop, maybe? You were part of the... Okay. I'm pretty sure that lady that's working right now, this lady right at the front is who I met with. It's who I was, not who I was talking to. She's the one who hired us for the case with Edamon. Hey, go to Shibuya and find this Digimon. Okay, where can I go to find them? Fuck you. It's this one section. Oh my god. Can't go this way, because that just leads me out of here. Can I go down here? No. Can I go? I can only go this way. This is the only other way I can go. And this just leads me... Oh my fucking god. Where do you want me to go? What, can I go in that alley? No. Why is everything so fucking vague and then they just cram shit into the most hidden area ever? Go to Kowloon level 2. That is not what I was told to do by Kyoko. I'm gonna fucking crash out. Alright, we're in Kowloon level 2. Where the fuck am I going? No, we're not aimlessly wandering around, just okay, sorry, I was getting my Uber. Well, welcome in. I'm so fucking confused what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay. It's Cyber King at level 2. Okay, if I go through all of Kowloon level 2 and I don't see anything, I'm gonna be upset. I'm not even gonna bother with these Digimon because it's just a waste of time fighting them. Because I barely even get XP from Digimon this low level. I have no fucking idea. This is literal just history trivia. I don't know Japanese history. Okay. Don't see anyone in here. Seriously, where am I supposed to go? Okay, you? The hacker from the blacklist. With these Digimon, I'll be the strongest hacker ever. Anybody who tries to stand in my way gets a one-way ticket to a beatdown.
準備できてるよ
Wow, this is actually fucking sad. These are, especially now, these are fairly early stage Digimon. Like, and there we go.
よく頑張ったね
Damn it, I still have a long way to go, I guess. But I'm not giving up, not by a long shot. I'll train my Digimon and I'll be back. Just you wait. Was that it? You made me walk this far into Kowloon to fight that, and then I'm done.
無理しちゃダメだよ みんなよく頑張ったね
There we go. I see you've been working hard for Mirai. Nice job. You two appear to be developing quite the unique dynamic, if I do say so myself. Oh, thank fuck, she's not trying to make me drink any coffee. Oh, wait, you're the detective? Ooh, aren't you, like, a high school student? You sure that's okay? So anyway, do you want to hear my story? It's about monsters and 7 mysterious riddles. Well, so, at my school, there are these 7 mysterious riddles. In the corridor, there's a 2-eyed boy whose eyes Two-eyed. A normal amount of eyes. Why does that matter? Why is that a detail that matters here? The sound of teardrops falling in the toilets. Anyway, I solved 6 of the riddles. Twinkly Two-Eyed Boy was just a portrait of the old headmaster with pins in the eyes. The teardrop noise in the toilet was just a leaky faucet. But the 7th riddle is a real thing. There's a monster that goes on a rampage through the school at night. I've seen it. You've seen it. You don't believe me? Look, this is what I saw. Got monster drawing. I did a picture just after I saw the monster. What do you think? Good, isn't it? What is this thing? I can't make it out at all. Sorry, but seriously, this is just awful. Recently, the beakers in the science room were broken. The music room was a mess, and people are saying it's because of a monster. So, I want you to help me find out what the monster really is. I'm gonna ask the other kids at the school if they know. So you go look somewhere else. It's okay. You can take the picture with you. Huh? Where's my school? It's in Asakusa. Oh, really? You're gonna start your investigation from there? Wow, you're a real detective. It's insane to me that fucking Digimon is like on one side of these trivia questions, it's like, how many legs does the Digimon Centauromon have? Or what is this Digimon? And they give like a description of it or like its lore or something. And then on the other side, they just hit me with, in what era did Hideyoshi Toyotomi become ruler of Japan? I've never heard the name Hideyoshi Toyotomi in my damn life. I don't know who this man is. I'm Googling what this era, what this period was. Azuchi Momo Yaima period. It was a 40-year period from 1568 to 1600. That's farther back than America existed. I have? I don't remember where though. Yeah, on one hand I did like learning about American history when it was actually something interesting, but I did not like how most American history classes were, we fought in a war. 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 It was like 90% of American history classes was just, we fought in blank war, and half the time the teachers said we had no fucking business being involved in said war. And then we also had a teacher that just told us what our town's demographic is and then summarized it as, so yes, our town is a majority old white people. She actually just said that to us, like, genuinely, our town is old white people. Of course, it's farther back than when America existed. America is still pretty young compared to a lot of countries. No, absolutely. This country has existed for 250 years. Most other countries have existed for several hundred or thousands of years. A lot of major countries have existed for thousands of years because they were not fucked over. We did thankfully learn a decent chunk of history pre-colonization in my history classes, and teachers that did teach us about those things were actually very passionate about teaching those things. Like, they were excited to tell us about these things, like how natives, like Native Americans, like when they hunted like bison, because they used to live fucking everywhere in this country, they used everything, and like they taught us about like all the different parts of it, which was really cool. Stuff like that was always cool as hell. It has always sucked that most of the things that we learned about was like, this was a war that America fought. This was another war that America fought. This was another war that America fought. And it's like, there's more to the history than just wars. Yeah, for real. You know what, Star, you want to know how old my town is? So chat, I'm not gonna give away where I live because that's a bad idea. But my town came into existence 10 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed. This town that's an unwalkable, nothing to do piece of shit is 240 years old. And I'm not going to say this aloud because I feel that it's going to make it way too easy to find out where I live, but I will DM star the other detail related to the name. Excuse me. So you're looking around a lot. What you looking for? Oh, I've seen this guy. Yes, it was right over there. Let's see. I was walking on by and that's it. I was at the Central Hospital. I saw him in the lobby of Central Hospital. Okay, so Grelmon is the pharmacy max out. Okay, so stopping at the Central Hospital and checking in on the lab to evolve Grelmon. Okay. Love history facts. No, this is another cool history fact I've been talking about a lot because it's really interesting. So a lot of people, when they think of like the Spanish or the English taking over foreign places, like Spanish colonizers or British colonizers, like a lot of people tend to assume that the reason why they had such an upper hand is because of guns, because most of these places did not have guns yet. But that's actually not the reason why. Like, guns did not wipe out such huge numbers of the population. Disease did most of that because they were introducing like smallpox and shit to foreign lands that had never experienced anything like it, so their immune systems had no idea how to react to it. But apparently the Aztecs, when Spanish colonizers reached them and were attacking, they were firing guns at them, and the armor that the Aztecs used was apparently it was like densely packed wool, and it was functioning like Kevlar because early guns had no effect on the armor because it was just so densely packed. It was functioning like Kevlar. And so imagine an Aztec warrior, which, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of them consistently believe that if you die in battle, that is the greatest honor you can have. It's like Vikings when they all believed in Norse gods. They believed that like Valhalla was the greatest achievement for a warrior. It apparently was like that for the Aztecs. So this Aztec man is running at you, probably screaming at the top of his lungs with a Makwa Whittle in his hand. And these are the same people that at this point they probably knew, like they believed that if they did not sacrifice somebody by cutting them open and fucking yanking their heart out, that the sun would just stop. They just believed that the world stops working if they stop sacrificing people. Like that tanks a bullet and is just running at you still. That is terrifying. I would make peace with my god. Like, the Dutch were the first to buy New York City and they paid for it with some seeds or something like that. You know what, that makes a lot of sense because apparently New York a long time ago was named New Amsterdam. How do I know this? Deadlock. Because there's a very old character in it that's a vampire and he refers to New York as New Amsterdam, which is a hint at how old he is. A lot of cultures have had the belief that dying a warrior is the greatest way to die. Like in Sparta, it was men dying in war and women dying in childbirth. I have heard of things like that. Apparently in Aztec belief, they believed that like giving birth was like you were battling something and like you were like successfully delivering a healthy child meant that you won. I forget exactly what the beliefs are related to Aztecs and their gods, but if I remember right, a lot of the belief with their gods was like, if they don't regularly sacrifice people, then the world just ceases to function. Like they believed that their gods were fed and like sustained on human blood through rituals, like through these sacrifices. I take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. This could entirely be wrong. It's been a minute since I have read any of this, but apparently like sacrifices were a common thing in their culture. Like they believed that it was like a normal thing to do to like appease their gods, whether that was out of respect or fear, I do not know. But they also had very terrifying weaponry, all things considered, because they didn't have much metal, because they lived, if I remember right, the main place that they resided was on like this large island, and they didn't have any boats or anything, so like they didn't have much or any metal. And so one of the main weapons that they used was things like a makwa whittle, which is it's a club. In base design, it's like a club, but so it is sharp because they take pieces of obsidian that are so abundant here, and they would shape it into a blade in the same way of like making an arrowhead. And so obsidian, one of the sharpest things, like this insanely sharp rock is like, it could like slice straight through someone, and that is a terrifying weapon to have. Me trying to rack my brain of all the history facts I know to figure out if you're right, Lamau. Again, I don't know how much of this is accurate. This is just what I've been told in like history class and stuff. And as I've learned many times, anytime that we stepped outside of America with history lessons, it's safe to assume that something is wrong, which is why I am saying so much of this could be wrong, and take all of this with a grain of salt. You're right about them doing human sacrifices. I'm actually looking up why they did that. Apparently the consistent answer is like it involves their gods, like whether the answer ranges from it's just a gift to them, like here is a human life for you, to like it isn't like offering the blood to them. Like apparently a consistent answer seems to be that the gods were being nourished through the human blood. I think it was more like to appease the gods and have them not be angry. I truthfully do not know. Unfortunately, I think that Aztec culture in general is one of the ones where it's like colonizers showed up, you're part of our culture now, and then they burned all of the shit, all like the records and everything of this culture. So it's hard to say with full confidence what's the right answer, I feel. But it is fascinating to like learn about these things through what did and didn't survive. From what I've learned, a lot of like old religions were just like, it was not worshiping a god out of like devotion or like gratitude for something that they did. It was out of fear. Like a lot of the Greek gods were just in like, if you look at like some of the older stories of like Greek or Roman gods, they were fucking horrid. So many of them, like, I understand Zeus is a piece of shit, but at the same time, I think Hera fucking sucks, because what do you mean your reaction to Zeus doing something to this random woman is to punish the woman? Unfortunately, the Aztecs are one of the civilizations we have the most info on. it does suck that like so much history has been lost, but like it's in a way like it's comforting to know that like enough of it has survived that we know what we do. It just really sucks that we lost so much information. Not to excuse Hera's actions, but now like she could retaliate against the king of gods. That is true. I know, like, it's like Zeus is the king of gods. Other gods were scared of him, but like it just always bothered me when it was such a consistent thing in the stories that we were taught about Greek mythology, where it's like the mortal did this, or the mortal was a victim of this god, and then suddenly the god gives like the most horrific divine punishment ever. And it's like, why? Half of the time when I learn more about what like the Greek gods were like, the more it makes a lot of the things that they did, like I'm probably exaggerating a bit here, but some of the time, like when I learn about stuff that like happened with the Greek gods in these stories, it makes it feel like some of their reactions to things was basically them throwing a tantrum. I'm gonna... What did I want out of you? Did I want Lysbon? You gotta remember how misogynistic they were back then too, Lamau. I kind of forget about that, yeah. Right now, I remember Wisemon has 3 Digivolve things, and guess what? All of them need a higher ABI. Fuck my life. The myths were more of a way to teach lessons. That is true. Alright, well, we're digivolving you back into a Guardsramon because your IBI isn't high enough to digivolve you into anything. Well, it's only got at most 10% of this. Is that actually like how much survived out of everything? Is that how little survived out like over all these years? Like I imagine a chunk of it is just like it's been lost to time, but like that's it, just like 10%. By Athens, aka Misogyny Central. Looking back, I'm not sure how much of this we were taught about, like, properly. Like, I don't remember much about being taught about, like, what ancient Greece was like. I just remember being taught, like, about some of the stories of the gods. There was the giant time period where they didn't write anything down, and myths evolved over that time period, and then the burning of the Library of Alexandria also erased a good portion. I do remember, like, Library of Alexandria being part of it. If I recall correctly, there was also a there's also a very lengthy amount of issues that came from recorded history with the Victorian era, because all of the history that they were recording was just their interpretation of everything, and they also interfered with many different things, including so here's a fun but fucked fact. So you know how chat, you know how mummies are this really rare thing, and it's always so insane to find one? That's not just because they were specifically, it was like almost exclusively pharaohs or like high-ranking figures that were preserved for mummification. It's also because the Victorian era, like rich people from that time found mummies, brought them back, and turned them into medicine. They found just, ancient preserved body must make good medicine, and then fucking turned it into like powders for paint and medicine and shit. That's why there's so few mummies now. It's because of shit like that. The Victorians were fucked up. Oh, for real. No, like look up anything involving the Victorian era. It's gonna get fucked fast. I'm actually trying to think of like more examples right now. Not like an example related to like them doing something fucked to other people, but just look up like any kind of food or dye that they had. Like a lot of candy, a lot of clothing dye, a lot of dye for wallpapers and curtains, or book bind, or like the book covers was made with arsenic because they liked the green shade of it. People just casually had arsenic. Men were taking arsenic pills. They ate them on suit. Yeah, this tasty snack. People were fucking batshit in that time period. There is so much wrong with the Victorian era, and like I have been acknowledging this while writing my lore, because like my clothes, my VTubers clothes that I'm currently wearing was Victorian inspired. There is a whole region in my lore based on the Victorian era. So like I kind of have to acknowledge that while there are many beautiful parts of the Victorian era, like with like some of the art from it, the way that they embraced death was so fascinating to me. Like a lot of the Victorian era like was very closely tied to death in some way or another. For example, apparently a lot of graveyards actually were designed to be like a place you could go and sit. Like you could go spend time with your family. You could have like a picnic next to their graves so you can still be with them. They were these places that had like gardens at times. Queen Victoria was fucked up too, so it makes sense that the time period was fucked. She slept with her husband's corpse next to her. What the fuck do you mean? Okay, I was gonna say this. I was gonna say like another example of like something interesting from the Victorian era, and I was gonna say like Mary Shelley. I just checked that before I said it. Turns out, Mary Shelley published Frankenstein in 1818, which was about 19 years before the Victorian era officially began, because the Victorian era began June 20th, 1837. But I will still say this. Mary Shelley slept with her husband on her mother's grave, so already kind of insane. I believe that her husband was kicked out of the university that he was studying in for atheism, which was an insanely rare thing at the time. And Mary's husband, Percy, passed in a, like, during an incident in a, I think his ship was caught in a storm. They they cremated his corpse, and his heart survived because he had, if I remember right, what is now it is now believed that he had a calcified heart, which means that like bone-like growths surrounded his heart, and so it did not burn. And what did they do with it? Mary Shelley kept it wrapped in a piece of Percy's poetry and kept it on her desk so that it would always be next to her. That is fucked up, yet strangely morbidly beautiful in a way. I already knew this. We need to just exchange random ass history facts that we know, Star, because I feel like this would just be history autism back and forth at each other. Yeah, like I'm double checking, like from what I've seen, from what I can find, Victorian era graves were often like graveyards were often like park-like in a way, where it's like you were meant to be able to just walk through them and like visit family and stuff, because like apparently in the Victorian era, like being with your family even after they passed away was such a common thing. Just send you mythology and history facts whenever I remember them and or find out new ones. Yes, I always tell my friends, if you want to yap at me about something, yap at me. You guys listen. There are people that watch these streams and just listen as I yap about the Aztecs cutting a man open and Foliot is still beating heart for their gods. Like, you guys listen to this shit. You listen to me talk about my fucking fucked up lore as I'm like, oh yeah, there was this big ass war with the gods, and you know what? A lot of people died, and the gods, like, they're pretty fucked too. Like, oh yeah, and there's eldritch monsters that have been banished to a third realm in this world. Like, you guys listen to this shit. Why would I not listen to you guys at the very least? How hierarchy works in his rank law. Multiple paragraphs, actually. No, do you know the, like, I think it's, I forget his name right now, like Pat or something, I think, his viewers always joke that he's like an immortal because he is so full of random history facts and he explains it so thoroughly. And he talks a lot about, like, history and has done a lot of skits of, like, different historical groups in media versus what they were actually like. And the funniest part is that he talks about the East India Company. Is that what it's called? Like the trading company that was like hyper evil in Pirates of the Caribbean. Please tell me I got the name right. Okay, yeah, it was the East India Company. So he talks about it, and he's pointing out, like, in movies, it's like they're just generically evil. But then you look into anything that the East Indian Company has done in like their history, and they are so evil that you realize movies like the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise watered down what they did because it would otherwise look like they're exaggerating. My favorite, for anybody other than Star, because I feel Star will already know this, my favorite example of how evil they were allies with the Portuguese government. Like the Portuguese king, they were allies with them. And they wanted the Portugal trade routes. So what did they do? Did they reach out to the Portugal king and say, hey, can we use your trade routes? No. Fuck no. That's way too simple. They attacked Portugal trading ships. Also, here's a fun detail that I think apparently was cut from Pirates of the Caribbean. The Black Pearl was the slave ship. My hatred for the East India Company is generational. Fair. Apparently the Black Pearl, like the dude that I was talking about just now, he pointed out that the ship has way too few cannons to be a ship meant for combat, but that number of cannons, was like very specific, and then he realized that it was a ship meant for slave trade. So that's fun. Apparently in like the actual story, like it was cut, but Jack was working for the East India Company, realized what they were doing, and was like, oh, fuck no. Turned on them, set the people free, and then the ship was burned, and then he made a deal with Davy Jones, which got the ship back, and that's why it's the Black Pearl. It is that's why it's burnt like that. My hatred for the Mughal empires and the Indian government are also generational, but I'm not going to get into that. Fair. That's okay. No need to worry. The pain will go away soon. Also, I'm sorry that it's just been practically an hour of me aggressively yapping about random history. Huh? Who are you? What are you doing? Can you see I'm giving this child urgent medical attention right now? Hang in there just a little bit longer. I'm a Digimon. I came through a portal that opened up between two different worlds. I couldn't help but notice that there weren't enough people to care for the patients here, so I volunteered. I heard that other Digimon that came through the portal at the same time have been attacking humans. I couldn't just sit here. I'll fight whoever has an issue with the yapping about random history. I like getting into yap about random history shit that I know about. Some of it is so insane to me. Like I like just sharing like the random facts that I know about. You know, here's a wild ass one that just kind of popped back into my mind because of I rewatched an older video about this. Who here has ever heard of a food called ortolan? I may be pronouncing that wrong, like ortolan, something like that. Who here has heard of that? I know you just need to brave it out a little longer, okay? You'll be fine just as soon as your examination is finished. At this point, we got to do a podcast about random history. That'd be funny. Sorry, have you ever heard of an ortolan? Ortolan? However you say it. Have you ever? I don't think I have. Okay, so it's a type of small bird, and the dish is actually illegal. Okay, it's called an ortolan bunting. It's a small bird. It's from France. It was banned because the way that this dish was prepared is that apparently, if I remember right, the bird was put in like a dark room, like a dark little cage with a bunch of food, like seed, I think. And then because it was dark, something about that would cause it to overeat and like basically stuff itself. And then it was fed grain, usually millet seed, until they double their bulk, and they were then put in a container of a thing called, I'm reading this, Armagnac, in like a French brandy, and they were drowning in it. They literally drowned the bird in brandy. and it would marinate the bird. It was then plucked, seasoned, and cooked whole. And this was eaten by just consuming the entire bird, typically in one bite. And commonly, the people that were, like the person that was eating it would put like a towel or a napkin over their head while eating it. And this is for various, the reason behind this tends to vary, but the common answer is that it's to shield you from the eyes of God so that he does not have to watch you do this. The human race is despicable. We should just get rid of it. And you know what? I don't entirely disagree. This is such a fucked up thing to talk about. I learned about this through a comic that I was reading on Webtoons, where the story is that all of the characters are dead and they're going through these sort of challenges, and whoever wins gets to come back alive. Like they get another chance at their life. And all of them got like a last meal, like whatever their final meal would be. And a lot of it was like significant to them. Like some of it is just like food that they would have eaten. One dude was just like a bowl of peaches and a glass of water. One person had like venison and like wine, because that was like a food that she really enjoyed. And it shows like her noble background. And then one of them had like it had like a cover over it. And one of them said like, it's an ortolan, isn't it? And she said like, it's a food so sinful that like you have to cover yourself under a towel so that God does not watch. And I'm like, the fuck? And I looked up why it's such a sinful thing, and I read about how it was prepared, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, who did this? Who would eat this? And according to that video, apparently Cosby. Chad's gone quiet, but yeah, apparently I'm trying to find confirmation of it right now, and apparently Bill Cosby was a person that actually enjoyed ortolan, which, considering that man, that makes a lot of sense. At this point, there are a few things that surprise me about the human race. At this point, yeah. There's so much that's just fucked about the human race. Disgust me? Yes. Surprise me? Not so much. Fair. Also, we got ads in a minute, everybody. First, I'm not him, that's Wizardmon. I can see how you would mix this up. Just no color in that picture. The shape of the staff's different though, see? If you're looking for Wizardmon, you should head to Akihabara. I saw him there the other day. Long story short, humanity's fucked. There's a lot wrong with it. And, yeah. Alright. Before we engage in what's probably about to be a fight with Wizardmon, I'm going to run to the bathroom. And I'm going to pull up Lurkbait for chat. Yes, fish. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Mods are in charge. No one break anything. No one burn anything down. Enjoy finishing while I am gone. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yo, chat here. I have a funny thing to talk about related to like history shit. So I'm gonna put fish. All right, everyone get one last fish in. Actually, keep fishing for a bit while I double check info on this. Okay, so there is. This is what I want to mention. So there is. This is just one of my favorite things to talk about, just because it's so stupid. All right, once this animation ends, I'll close finishing. So, there was a tank designed for World War II called the TOG, just TOG, and this tank, by the time that it was built, was already irrelevant because it was a damn Burger King of a fucking it's a damn like Burger King dumpster, like, you know those big ass dumpsters that fast food restaurants have outside? They took one of those things, slapped armor, treads, and a turret onto the fucker, and said, there we go, tank. The problem is, when this thing was designed, it was already irrelevant. For one, it's 80 tons. For reference, another tank that was designed in 1940, which is the Soviet T-34, that's still used today, it weighs 26 tons. This thing is now in a museum, and they can't get it out. You might be wondering, Doc, what do you mean they can't get the tank out? Can't they just, like, drive it out through, like, a special door meant for putting vehicles in? No. Remember how I said it's 80 damn tons? This thing is so heavy that it would destroy the museum's floor if they tried to drive it out. So it's just stuck. And if anyone's wondering why this thing was irrelevant before it was, before like it even saw combat, the reason is because the designers, apparently TOG stands for the old gang, as in the old World War I tank designers, and so they thought that World War II was gonna go like World War I, and then the Germans hit them with Blitzkrieg. So yeah, I just double checked, and yeah, so the TOG was designed by the same, like most of the same team that designed tanks for World War I, and they thought that World War II was gonna be like World War I. And then shit like Blitzkrieg happened, and this heavy bitch of a tank was irrelevant, and so they just slapped it in a museum, and now they can't get it out. That thing's been there for 80 damn years, probably. World War I was a family feud. World War II was an angry, rejected art student taking it out on everyone else. That is an insane way to phrase World War II, and you know what? You're not even wrong. Looks like a child drew this. Did you find this in an elementary school or something? In that case, time for you to disappear. What the fuck? I know I'm not wrong.
行くぞみんな
Wow. What happens if I just... Okay. Actually, surviving hits. Okay, yes, I sneaked into the school at night. It was the first time I had ever seen a human school building, so I couldn't help but take a look around. Well, I guess there's no excuse for leaving it so untidy. Sorry. Please let the person who drew that know I won't go into schools anymore. There's no need to worry. But if me leaving stuff around in the school started the 7 riddles thing, then I guess that's not good. I don't think there was ever like rumors in my school about something like this shit, but we were talking yesterday about how we were imagining that there was a like some kind of thing with like buildings in the town being haunted, because we've had like 3 craft stores in the same location, like the same building in the past decade, because they kept closing. They kept like, one would close, another one would open up there. A few years passed, that one closes, another one opens up. That, and there was also a place in a plaza here that has like a bunch of restaurants, mostly fast food places. Mostly takeout, I should say, because it's not like full fast food. All almost all of them, they show up there, they close, new one opens up. And this is repeated more times than I can count. So many places here that open up, I'm like, oh, this food is so good. I like this a lot. They close. And then we're back to like 3 McDonald's. We're back to like 2 different McDonald's, like 4 sheets, and like no decent restaurants in town. Oh, that's Smug Expression. Did you find out who was behind the last riddle? Tell me. It was actually a Digimon? Okay, then it's settled. The case of the 7 mysterious riddles is solved. Huh? The Digimon didn't like how it started the rumor about the 7 riddles? Okay, got it. If he hates it so much, I'll keep his real identity a secret. You haven't told anybody else, have you? We'll keep the identity, of who he really is behind, of who is really behind the 7 riddles as our little secret. Hehe. Alright, that's the riddle complete. I don't know where I'm going. Wait. There we go. Most of the 7 mysteries piqued Wizardmon's curiosity, huh? I didn't peg him for it, but he just might make for a decent detective. Magnamon is in Shibuya. Okay, is anything gonna change now that I did that? Yeah, no, there's nothing here, so fuck I do. For a second, I was real confused when I was hearing outside, and I realized it's like 3 o'clock on a weekday. It's probably kids getting home from school. You may know in the Shibuya Underground. Oh, why do I have a Discord notification? Oh, on sent me a video. I'm gonna have to check that out later. Okay. Ueno and Shibuya Underground. I forget. Is there a specific area that's underground that I missed? That's the Nakano Underpass. What about if I go to Ueno? I remember talking to you. Hackmon headed to the museum alone. Doc, take care of my student. Where's the damn museum at? Is that on the map? Which way is the museum? Fucker, tell me. Why is there just a Goblimon over here? This whole belongs to me. Now I can punt you in the nuts. With the way you're standing, I can just kick you in the dick. Right, now I remember. I can't go this way because of the digital wave. Okay, so I can't go to either of these places. Can I go in? Can I reach them through like the underpass? Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up. Hold on. I'm not happy with myself right now. So something I kind of forgot about. Initially, all of the abilities that I've acquired over different missions in this game, I could only use while in the digital game world, like Eden and Kowloon. I should have suspected that no shit when something like this is happening. I can do this. It was that simple. Hackmon's not around here. I'll head further in and see if he's there. All right, anything over here? No. Damn it. Thank you. No, you're not new. Surprisingly good damage for having a weakness to these guys. Mega Siegramon. Use items to top people up. Here, B, I'm gonna go get foods. Okay, get some food. Enjoy your lurk. Okay, before I interact with the Connect Jump, I want to explore this place and make sure I'm not missing anything. What's going on here? Okay, eater shit's going on, so I can't go that way. Can't go this way. Oh wait, can I Connect Jump from that one over to the right into this one? Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Connect Jump. I don't like this thing. Trick or treat, bitch. Part of me wonders if you get anything for getting a bunch of these answers, a bunch of these questions correct, but I feel like the answer is no. Alright, got that guy down. Okay, chat, at some point I'm gonna need to take an extended break from the stream because apparently I'm the only one home, and I will be the only one home for a period of time, and somebody has to let the bread roll / potato that is my dog out. She is just a baby. So Zoe is old. She's 14. If I recall correctly, but she is just baby. Okay, so I can't actually do anything. Clearly I can't do anything until I actually clear out something else. Can you all fuck off?
みんなよく頑張ったね。
Okay.
行くぞみんな。
Who is that in the center? Zudomon. I think you're new. Burger Free bitch. I wonder how many of these Digimon share voice actors, because one of the main things I've learned, like the more I get into voice acting, one of the most consistent things you're gonna see with voice work is that, especially in a game like this, especially in like games or roles like this where there's a shitload of characters with voices, it's much easier to cast a lot. Not a lot. It's much easier to cast one voice actor for a lot of roles than a lot of voice actors for each individual role. So typically, they'll just have them do like different roles. I remember Alex Lee, who most recent role that I can think of is he voices Daredevil in Spy Family. That is not correct. He voices Daredevil in Marvel Rivals. Sorry. He voices Daredevil in Marvel Rivals. He recently, while recording something, was asked, like, apparently while in the studio, was just someone just came in and asked, like, hey, we need a voice actor for this character in a Spy Family episode. Can you do it? And so they just voiced like the lines for the English dub for like this random thug. So sometimes it's literally just, hey, can you do this? We need a voice for it.
君がいてくれてよかった。
I think I remember I was like, for a school assignment, I was doing a bunch of research into voice acting stuff and like what kind of work goes into it. And I found an interview with Tom Kenny talking about it, and he said like exactly that, like it's easier to cast one person for a bunch of different roles than it is to cast a bunch of different voice actors. So Tom Kenny in like SpongeBob voices SpongeBob obviously, but he also does Gary. He does the time cards, like the 2 hours later. He plays Patchy, so he plays a bunch of different roles. And if I remember in the interview, he said he was talking about that to somebody, and they were like, now hold on, you're a paid schizophrenic? And he went, yeah, basically. Like sometimes voice acting is just it's just doing like it's just doing funny voices for certain roles, like doing a bunch of different voices for these roles, and it's really interesting, like seeing like what goes into voice acting, especially as somebody who wants to voice act more. I have voice acted in a few things, but I'd love to do more. I have said to friends on several occasions, like, if you need a voice actor for something, I'll do it. I don't give a shit if you can or can't pay me. I'll do it for free. Yeah, we're just gonna do auto mode, see how long this lasts. Connect something into here. Yum. Oh, that's an item. Which while I'm thinking about it, I keep forgetting to check this. You do not have the items that I thought you had. Okay. Oh, Ebimon has them. That's why it's going up so slow. Okay. Let's just swap Ebimon to the front. So that way, all the Digimon encounters that I'm getting... You voice acted? I feel like I should know this. I haven't talked about one of the roles a lot. One of my friends, BZ, he was making a web series called How We Live, and he asked me if I could do a voice role in one of the episodes. It was a one-off role, so I didn't come back for anything for it, but I was really happy with it. So here, I will link the playlist for... There's the playlist for the web series if anybody wants to see, if anybody wants to watch it. I'm in like one of the last episodes in this web series, so like I'm pretty late in it, but I've watched it. I think it's pretty good. And yeah, it was a fun voice role to do, because it was, what I was asked to do was 2 different takes of the voice role, where one of them is like I sound like kind of tired, like I don't want to do this, and like I just had to because it's my job. The other one is more like employee onboarding training video, where it's like the very cheery and welcoming kind of voice, like this. So it's like just the usual like kind of fake cheery mask kind of expression. But yeah, I think it went pretty good. I was happy with how it turned out. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I am planning on voice acting more in the future, either just doing my own stuff or for friends. Like, I have a few ideas in mind. One thing I was considering doing is doing this little voice clip of like kind of what I imagine the main villain in my lore would sound like kind of not like his exact voice, but just the like his behavior, his like kind of the unhinged way that he would talk and things. So it was basically just supposed to be like insane character, like finally this like snapping kind of thing, because I thought that would be fun to do. Because I've started to realize like one of the main roles I would love to do is an insane character that's like batshit insane. Like if anybody's ever watched Gashiakuta, Jabber is probably one of my favorite characters in that show, just because of how like I watch it in the English dub. Zeno Robinson does such a great job expressing how insane Jabber is, and I love it. If you need someone to voice act a character from your lore, I don't mind. I will happily like turn to friends to ask like, hey, does anybody want to do roles? Because I've considered trying to do something like having friends voice characters from my lore for like a future story or something that I make. So then it's like all of us doing it together, because I thought that'd be fun. This doesn't lead anywhere. Does this lead somewhere? No. Like I want to do more voice work and like write more lore. Just have been in kind of a like writer's block kind of thing lately. Oh, yeah, I forgot to check what Lady Devimon's SP is, because I think we need 200. 178, so we need to go up 22 more levels. I'm gonna scream into the void, everybody. Yeah, so related to my lore, I have been trying to write more. I don't know what it is. Something about like winter just puts me in like a writer's block. But hopefully I'll be able to write more, and I've been trying to work more on one story that I've been kind of writing on and off. Like I think I mentioned this, but if I do end up like getting to a point where I can publish a book, I want it to be kind of an anthology type thing where it's like a bunch of different stories in my lore. Yeah, let's just keep doing this. Just auto. Oh shit, that's a lot of damage. I'm actually gonna try getting another Rise Greymon encounter because that one is so close to finishing. Come on, give me one. Give me one more.
行くぞみんな。続けていこう。
Come on, give me one more. There we go. Well, that didn't do shit. Alright, that one's down, and... Okay. Because they're all doing so little to this fucker. There we go. Okay, now we can get out of here, and I can keep trying and probably struggling to progress. Can't touch it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's Digipulp Waymon into whatever this new one is. What'll it be? Wow, that is something. Neptunemon. Alright. Let's do this real fast. Now, before we go back out, let's get all these Digimon out of thing. Is Rise Great One just like max kind of Digimon? Like, is this like as far as it goes, or no? There's more. Okay. And all of it is ABI. Fuck my life. I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom again because I gotta pee. So I will be right back, chat. Usual shit. Monster in charge, don't break anything, don't break anything down. I'm pulling up finishing. Actually, we have an ad breaking coming, so I think this is when I will be right back. I'm gonna... I'll put a BRB message on screen. Okay. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, I'm back. Sorry that took so long. My dog is a old potato that does not like to cooperate. Luna. Now my cat's yelling at me.
やっぱり勝てなかった。今の僕じゃ。お師匠様、ごめんなさい。
I knew I couldn't win. Not yet. I'm so sorry,
な
Master.
んだなんだ。お前の力はそんな程度か？立ち上がる気力も失せちまったのか？
What's this? Is that the limit of your power? Have you lost the will to stand up again too?
僕がロイヤルナイツになるなんて、やっぱり無理だったんだ。
I knew there was no way I could ever become a royal knight.
お前は強さだけを求め、がむしゃらに突っ走ってきた。
You've grown reckless in your quest for strength.
それは間違いじゃねえ。けどな、それだけでは本物の男にはなれねえ。
That is no mistake, but you'll never become a real man that way.
本物の男には本物の覚悟が必要なんだ。お前にその覚悟があるのか？
A real man needs real preparedness. Do you have it?
覚悟なんて、僕にはそんな。
Preparedness? I don't know.
そんじゃお前の戦いはここまでだな。お前の修行、俺が終わらせてやるぜ。
Then your battle ends here. I shall bring your training to a conclusion.
誰だてめえは？
Who the heck are you?
お前、ついてくるなって言っただろ。もういいんだ。僕はもう。
You, I told you not to follow me, didn't I? There's nothing more to do. It's over.
なんで？お師匠様から言われたからって、こんなことしなくてもいい。
Why? Because my master said so. There's no need for any of this.
そいつの背中を見てもまだお前にはわからねえのか？
Hakmon. Looking at Doc's back, do you still not understand?
背中？僕を守る背中？
Back. To protect one's back.
ハックモンよ。ロイヤルナイツの称号は誰かに与えられるものではない。世界を守護する者を誰ともなくそう呼び始めるのだ。
Hakmon. The Royal Knight's appellation is not granted to you by someone. You are first called a Royal Knight when you protect the world.
守る者になれ、ハックモン。世界を、デジタルワールド。
Become a protector, Hakmon. Of the world, of the digital world, of your friends.
その鋼の意志が、お前を必ず、ロイヤルナイツへと導くだろう。
That will of steel will lead you to the path of royal knighthood.
そうか。
I
僕
see.
は強くなることだけを求め修行してきた。
I was only training to become stronger.
けどそれじゃダメだったんだ。戦うことの意味、大切なのはそれだったんだ。
But that was wrong. The meaning behind fighting, the important thing, that's what it
僕
was.
は戦う。僕をかばってくれるこの人を守るために。
I will fight to protect the person who supports me.
ほうほう、少しはマシな面構えになったじゃねえか。
Luna! Oh ho, you appear to have shaped up
そ
somewhat.
の覚悟が本物かどうか
Meow, meow.
今一度試してやるぜ。全力でかかってきやがれ。
I'll see how prepared you are now. Come at me with everything you've got.
かかってこい。
Luna!
続けていこう。
Luna, enough!
.お師匠様、見ててください。
I don't know how much damage we can dish out to this guy.
「皮膚スラッシュ」
フラッシュ番長パンチ。耐えられるか。
Well, fuck me.
Flash 番長パンチ。
くっそー。
続けていこう。
耐えられるか。そんな。
You could have swung at this guy and maybe actually saved us from losing this. Swing at him. Do not use aura again. Swing.
かわせるか。てー。
フラッシュ番長パンチ。
続けていこう。
Yeah, he's not going down. His health bar has not moved. Okay, finally.
いい覚悟だったぜ。これなら合格だ。
番長レオモンに勝てた。
I beat
この僕が。
Pancho Leomon? Me?
それはお前が守るものとなったからだ。
That is because you become a protector.
お師匠様。
Master!
私との修行でお前は確かに強くなった。だが真のロイヤルナイツとなるにはそれだけではダメなのだ。
You become stronger by training with me, but that alone is not enough to be a royal knight.
背負った何かを守れる力と志が合わさった時、真のロイヤルナイツへの道が開かれる。
Only when one has both the power and volition to protect what is dear does the path to true royal knighthood open.
それは私と修行しているだけでは決して得ることができぬものなのだ。
There is nothing more you can gain by simply training with me.
だからお師匠様は僕をこの人に預けたんですね。
That's why you placed me in this person's care, yes, Master?
その甲斐はあったようだな。
Indeed. Well worth the time. Yo, he's digivolving. What the fuck are you?
これは僕の体が。
Please tell me that's not their name. Please tell me this is not a pimp named Slickback type shit with their naming. My name is a Digimon called Hackma. Fucking. This better not actually be their name. What's this? My body
新
is.
たなロイヤルナイツジエスモンの誕生だ。新しい姿となったお前が私の後を継ぐのだ。
'Tis the birth of a new royal knight. Jesmon. Follow in my footsteps in your new form.
はい。僕やってみます。
Yes, I shall
や
try.
ってみる。 はない。やるのだ、ジエスモン。
Do or do not, Jesmon. There is no try.
はい。ありがとうございました。師匠。
Yes. Thank you very much, my master.
君にも世話をかけたな。礼と言ってはなんだが、これを受け取ってくれ。
You deserve much of the credit as well. Take this along with my thanks.
それからは我が弟子が君の力となるだろう。あるいは私よりも頼もしい仲間となるやもしれん。
From here on, my disciple's power shall be yours. He'll be a truer friend than I,
よろ
perhaps.
しく。
At your service, Doc. A new royal knight and a great ally. Better go to the agency and report to Kyoko.
言ったようだ。苦労をかけたな、友よ。
They're gone. Thank you very much, my friend.
危うく本当に消滅しちまうところだったぜ。
I came that close to being
協
annihilated.
力に感謝する。君にも礼を言っておく。
I'm grateful for your assistance. Let me thank you once more.
水臭いこと言うなよな。男の門出に立ち会えたんだ。俺は嬉しいぜ。
Don't sound so reserved. I'm happy because Hackma was able to start a new life as a real man.
しかし本当に強くなったな、あいつ。
He really did get stronger, didn't he?
あいつはまだまだ強くなる。いや、そうでなくては困る。何せ私の弟子なのだからな。
He will get even stronger still. He has to. He is my disciple after all.
それじゃ今度はこっちの修行に付き合ってもらうぜ。俺もまだまだ強くなりたいんでな。
Then I should sign up for training with you. I'd like to get even stronger still.
望むところよ。
As you wish. It's Steel Will. Okay.
そうか。新たなロイヤルナイツが誕生したか。
I see. So a new royal knight was born.
いや、驚きはしないさ。世界は常にこのようなアップデートを繰り返していくのだからな。
No, I'm not surprised. The world constantly sees those sorts of updates happening again and again.
それは現実世界も電脳世界もさほど変わりはしない。
It's true in the real world and the digital
君
world.
もいつかは私を超えていくのかもしれないな。その日が来るのを楽しみにしているよ。
You too may someday surpass me. I look forward to that day. That's in CSP. Or fucking messages for some reason. Pokemon Black isn't, and the farm's at max level. Digimon and the farm's max level. I see connect them to Eden. Yeah, let's get a new Digimon. Okay. Let's get a Skullmeramon. I've been trying to get one for a while. And all of it's ABI. Why don't I just scream into the abyss? I'm gonna scream into the abyss so damn loud that it actually it will scream back. Like, I swear to God, if I get one more thing, it's like, oh, you need an ABI 80. What's yours at? 2. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Attack and speed. Attack 120, speed 70. Attack 72, speed is 64. Okay. I don't remember what you were supposed to be, Betamon, so we're just gonna pick one. Alright, perfect. There are more Digimon to Digivolve you into. Alright. Let me go my items because I know I got a memory up. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can fit another Digimon on here. Okay. When does fucking Betamon Digivolve? Apparently fucking everything needs ABI because fuck you and fuck this game. Here, I'm going in this digital space, seeing if I can encounter some of the Blue Meramon and Nightmon. You
ダ
are
メだよ
not what I wanted. You are the opposite of what I wanted.
Go! 行くぞみんなみんな急いで
Can I please just get the Digimon I'm after? Please? Okay, if I don't see it within the next encounter, I'm just gonna leave. And I say this and now I'm not gonna get any encounters with Digimon. Sometimes this game makes me want to scream.
行くぞみんなここは逃げるよ
Going to Shibuya. Famous before Stealth Hide.
行くぞみんな
I've not seen either of these Digimon in a while.
無理しちゃダメだよ。君がいてくれてよかった。無理しちゃダメだよ。君がいてくれてよかった。行くぞみんな。
What is this thing? Garudamon.
Kimi がいてくれてよかった。
I'm gonna go down this way so I make sure I don't miss anything. There's something down here.
Is
Is it just these two? Is it just these two? Fuck, Swear to God, it's just the same two damn Digimon over and over. What? Alright, no, correction. It's the same three Digimon. No.
Ikuzoぞみんな。 君がいてくれてよかった。
An item at least? No. What the f... Okay.
無理しちゃダメだよ。
It's the damn same 3 Digimon in this entire place, and I am actually getting tired of it. What the hell is that? I just got an achievement. Apparently that medal made 100 of these collected, so that's something.
行くぞみんな。
Holy shit, it's a new Digimon. We got in 4 minutes, everybody. I'm Anyway, I missed when played Digimon leveled up. What are we at? SP 180. We need 20 more levels. Why is it when I'm finally like almost... I'm like halfway through this damn thing, and then now is when it's like It's like, yes, here are all the different Digimon that can be found in here. What? Why wait? Why are we waiting this damn long? I don't know what that does, but we're gonna find out.
君がいてくれてよかった。行くぞみんな。ほらほら。
Alright, well, that's a new Digimon. Because this encounter, that's something. And it's still a very slow crawl, but at least Lady Devimon's getting XP.
行くぞみんな。
Oh, watch, now I'm gonna get like 60 of this thing and nothing else.
はっ。君がいてくれてよかった。
Gonna grab the Digimon out of there, and I'm gonna do a few other things. Digi-convert, grab a Kilamon, Mega Draymon, Pekmon, fuck you, and the Ogremon, Elecmon. Go in this. Oh wait, I forgot. I just right as I left, I realized I didn't heal. Wait, what's the farm development kit again? Right as I
無理し
leave
ちゃダメだ
too.
よ
Okay, fucker. Okay, Chromon, Giga Draymon, Wizardmon.
はっ 続けていこう
Shit. Alright, well, at least it wasn't heavy damage, so...
続けていこう
I think we're tough enough that we can just hit it with a basic attack. Yep. I didn't look at her SP. Damn it. $181. So 19 levels? Yeah, 19 levels. And then we just gotta worry about... I think one of these other stats needed to go up more, but I don't remember which. Alright, we're going back to the farm anyway because of the expansion that I just got. This is the only one I can use it on, or not. Oh, add island. Oh, okay. So now we have another island. Gonna put more shit in there. Okay, no, so we just need SP increased. Cool. You know what, we're gonna put you in here.
無理しちゃダメだよはっ
Alright, once we do this guy, I'm gonna be calling stream. You look like a Vmon
この世
evolution.
界を守るため協力してほしいか。悪いけど即答することはできません。
So you want me to help protect this world? I'm sorry, but I can't answer you just now.
正直に言って僕はまだ迷っているんです。
In all honesty, I am still of two minds. What?
デジタルワールドがイーターに食い荒らされたのは人間たちが電脳空間を作った影響だと聞きました。
The destruction the Eaters unleashed on our world was caused by the cyberspace that humans
人
created.
間の心が歪んでいるからあんな醜い化け物が生まれたのだと多くのデジモンたちは考えています。
Many Digimon believe that the reason such hideous things were born lies in the human heart.
それがもし真実なら人間は全ての世界に危機をもたらす存在。ルフトモンの行動は正しいということになります。
If that's true, humans are a threat to all worlds. Leopardmon's course of action would therefore be
それ
correct.
に僕はこの世界に来てみてデジモンたちを道具のように扱う悪い人間がいることを知りました。
I then came here and found Digimon being used as tools by evil humans.
ですが君のように状況を打破しようと動く者もいる。
But then there are those like you, working to undo this situation.
僕には君たち人間のことがよくわかりません。一体どれが本当の人間の姿なんです。
I really don't understand you humans. Which side truly embodies what humanity is about?
実は僕には連れがいたんです。
I had some companions as well.
二つの世界が交わった時イーターから救うためにこの世界に連れてきた小さな連れが
When the two worlds were joined, I brought my tiny companions here to save them from the Eaters.
あの混乱で離れ離れになってしまいましてね。
Unfortunately, we were separated amongst all the ensuing
彼らは
chaos.
まだ幼く弱い。ひょっとしたら悪い人間に捕まっているかもしれません。
They are still young and frail. They might have been captured by evil humans.
彼らにもしものことがあったら僕は人間を許さない。今彼らが置かれている状況が人間を測る指針になるでしょう。
If something happened to them, I would not forgive the human race. I will determine my position towards humanity based on their fate.
ちょっとタ
Hang on, time out! Wait, what? Are you
イム
talking
ま
about...
たウェイト
Are you talking about... Hang on, wait!
よかった間に合った事務所に行ったら京子さんがいてこの場所を教えてくれたの
Great! Just in the nick of time. I went to the agency. Kyoko told me to come here.
あんたがマグナモンねすっごい探したのよ
君は
You have?
ほらみんなやっと見つかったよ
Look, guys, we finally found him.
マグナモン
Oh, it's these two. Magnamon!
みんな無事だったんですね。
You're all here? And you're all right?
マグナモンノキアたちが、この人間たちが僕らを助けてくれたんだ
Magnamon, these humans, Nokia and the others, saved us.
助けてくれた人間が
Saved you. Humans did.
ようやく見つけたさすが京子さんだわもうほとんどのロイヤルナイツの居場所を把握してたとは
Whew, we finally found you. Way to go, Kyoko. Now we know where most of the Royal Knights are.
これでみんな合流できたねオメガモン
We're all together now. Right, Omnimon?
オメガモン
Omnimon.
オメガモンあなた人間と行動を共にしていたのですか
Omnimon. Are you working with the humans?
その通りマグナも
I am.
君にならわかるはずだ
Magnamon, you should
人間を危険
understand
な
why.
存在と切り捨てるのは間違った選択だと
It is an error to eliminate them as dangerous.
ですが僕たちの世界のあの惨状を作り出したのは
But they caused the devastation of our world.
ノキアたちはそのことを知った上で現状の打開を望んでいる
Nokia and the others know that now, and they wish to help resolve the
デジモンと
situation.
人間の双方を助けるため力を惜しまず戦っているのも
It is the humans who will give their all in the fight to save both Digimon and the human race.
ルフトモンによって人間が滅ぼされればデジモンたちは救われるかもしれない
Leopardmon believes that their destruction may well save all Digimon.
しかし結果を急ぐあまり分かり合えるはずの者たちを滅ぼしていいというのか私はそうは思わない
Still, is it right to rush to this conclusion and wipe out those we might come to an understanding with? I do not agree.
マグナモン僕たちノキアのことが大好き一緒にいられたら嬉しいな
僕が膝を抱えて悩んでいた間あなたたちは走り行動し僕の仲間を救ってくれていたのですね
I had my head in the sand with worry. You all acted to save my companions.
行動すればなんとかなる
When you act,
そ
everything
れ
will
を
work
教え
out.
てくれたのも人
A
間
human taught me that.
ノキアだ
A human named Nokia.
オメガモンもう十分です僕
Omnimon,
の
enough.
迷いは晴れました
The clouds of my confusion have parted.
もし人との共闘
Even
が
if it sullies the name of the Royal Knights, I
と
must repay this debt I
仲間
owe
を
the
守る
humans.
ノキアさん
Nokia.
人間とデジモンが手
But
を取り
humans
合え
and
るよう
Digimon join together.
僕もできるだけのことをさせてもらいます
I will do whatever I can to help.
ありがとう
Yeah.
マグナモン
Thanks, Magnamon.
惑わされるな
Do not be deceived. Who the fuck are you?
ノキア
Nokia.
私の接近に気づかぬとはふぬけたなオメガモン
Failed to sense my approach, Omnimon. You fool.
デュナスモン
Danusmon.
マグナモン奴らの還元に耳を貸してはいかん
Magnamon, lend not your ear to their sweet words.
デジタルワールドで我らがイーターと戦った苦難の日々を忘れたか
Have you forgotten our clash with the Eaters attacking our world? Or the cries of our fallen comrades as the Eaters devoured them? Please tell me it's not going to be this easy to turn the suit against us. Any choice of our joining hands with human beings faded the instant they created the cyberspace. Most of us didn't know you fucking existed yet, so okay.
前が立つべきはこちら側
You
だ
should stand with us in fealty to the will of King Drasil as a royal knight.
もしもイグドラシ
If it's King Drasil's will that I should harm these youngsters, then you are fucking kidding me. I shall not act in fealty. I cannot ignore the debt I owe to those who saved my companions. Thank fucking God.
なぜ愚劣な人間どもの味方など
I fail to comprehend this. Why would you side with these foolish humans?
確かに愚かな人もいるでしょ
There may indeed be fools
う。人
among
はそれ
them,
だけではない。
but that's not all of them that are like
苦
that.
境に抗い
I would rather
仲間を
gamble on
救
their
ってくれた
brightness,
彼らの
for they saved my
その
companions
輝き
from
に
their dilemma. Okay, so we're fighting Digimon, and I assume we have. I assume and hope that we have. We do. Okay, we have Magnamon fighting alongside us against this guy. And we have at least 2 type advantages. Let's go. Trick or treat, motherfucker! You stand at a disadvantage now. I will return this debt to you without
望
fail.
むところです。
As you wish. My mind is made up on this matter.
ありがとうマグナモン
Thanks, Magnamon.
すっごく頼もしい仲間ができて私超感激
Thanks, Magnamon. I can't tell you how happy I am to have a friend that I can count on as much
僕
as
の方
you.
こそありがと
It
うご
is
ざ
I
いま
who
す。
should thank you. You gave me the opportunity, and I will always be your ally.
何かあれば
Call me whenever you need me.
協力の証として
Oh yes. As a sign of my cooperation, I shall offer you this. Magnamon, one of the royal knights, is now an ally. I better go report this to the office.
そうかマグナモンが仲間になってくれたか彼はロイヤルナイツにおける守りの要心
I
強い
see.
味方が
Magnamon
で
has
きた
become an
な
ally. He's a leader among the knights. We have made a powerful friend.
どうして私がこんなにもロイヤルナイツについて詳しいのかだって
How come I know so much about the royal knights?
考えてもみたまえ私は探偵だ無論調
Think
査
about
したに
it.
決ま
I'm
っ
a
ている
detective. Of course I've investigated them.
うん調査方法を知りた
You
い
want
と
to
いう
know
の
how?
かそれは
Well,
な
that's
企業秘密ということ
going
に
to
さ
have to
せ
be
て
a
もらう
company
よ
secret for now. I'm sure your questions will be answered. Alright, I'm gonna be calling it here. Wait. Oh. Let's save. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Yeah, let's read Mismatched Mimic. Discord, socials, merch. All right, thank you everyone very much for watching. Hope everyone has a good day. Hope you all keep having a good day. I hope to see you all back again very soon. I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream. As always, I appreciate everyone who stopped by. I'll be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. We're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering. Oh, fuck. I just realized tomorrow is Magic and I don't have my deck built. Fuck. All right, well, we'll figure that out later. Hope everyone has a good day. We're gonna go say hi to Mimic now. Be nice to them. Don't bully them. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.